Good morning, everyone. It is around 10 o'clock in the morning. We are leaving this beautiful place, Stonehof Guest House in Addo. Yesterday we went to take a look at the Elephant Park.
You don't have this problem.
Check out that episode if you haven't. Today's plan is about 300 kilometers. We are going back to the coast, Plattenberg Bay. It shouldn't take us too long, about 3 or 4 hours, but we're gonna find some nonsense to do on the way, discover some new places. But before any of that good stuff, this episode would not have been possible without our sponsors. Motorrad Rentals in South Africa, Cardo Systems, and BMW Motorrad Romania. Stick around until the end of the episode to find out more. Welcome to the outskirts of a very dirty and smelly Port Elizabeth. This is a huge town, and right now we are going through a township, left and right, on the outskirts of Port Elizabeth. Townships are usually where the poorest of the population live. Thank God you don't have smell-o-vision because, yeah, it's an experience. Millions of people live in these townships all throughout South Africa. All of them very close to cities. They work in the city and then they live in the townships. Robots are not working. Robots are South African traffic lights. That's what South Africans refer to them as. Theoretically, if they're not working, the intersection reverts into a stop sign, which means first come, first served. Port Elizabeth is also known as the Windy City, which I hope isn't messing up too much with our audio here, but it is quite windy. You can look at the palm trees.
Leaving the township behind, we headed straight for the coast.
Doamne, ce-a sărit în aia! Ce-a sărit în aia! It's a little tiny beach. It smells. The smell here is incredible. It smells salty. It smells exactly how life should smell. Worry-free. Hello, little seagulls. How are you? Do you like the GS? Are you waiting for people to eat French fries and then you steal it from them? Is that what you're doing? You little thieves. I've seen how you work. Don't look at me like that. Lovely, lots of sand, lots of sand. Oh. Sand, mud and snow are my favorite things to ride through.
After calling the seagulls out and complaining about sand, we kept riding the coast.
This looks like a dead end on the map, but it matters none. It is exactly what I've been looking for. This is what I imagine Plattenberg Bay to be. Can't wait to get there tonight. Actually go and sit on the beach. In Europe we're used to a lot smaller beaches. In width and in length, these are just massive, absolutely huge. It's Saturday today, but it's quite windy. Port Elizabeth is always windy. I don't see a lot of people on the beach, but usually where you're allowed to swim, you'll have a lifeguard everywhere if it's a public beach, and you'll see 2 little flags, and you can only swim in between those because these currents will take you out to sea instantly if you're not careful. So that's why I think we're not seeing a lot of people on the beach here. Might not be a public beach. Cum miroase, iubesc mirosul ăsta. Absolut iubesc. Imagine living in one of these houses. Imagine how relaxed your mind would be every day of the year. It would be like a holiday. People fishing. This is a river that goes into the ocean. So is it salt water or is it what do you call it? Normal water. Hello. What are you guys catching? Hey? Nothing. With a net. What is he catching with a net there? Bullocks, oh. Catching fish and gutting it on the sand. That's life, man. I want to buy one of these houses here, move here, with my entire family, and just be happy for the rest of my life. Get a little boat, swim. In winter in South Africa, it really doesn't get that cold. It gets cold, but I think something like 4 or 5 degrees is the minimum. The place where we stayed at in Port St. John's, amazing place. It was a lodge of sorts. Something like that to buy is about 140,000 euros, 50, 60, 70,000 US dollars, which is really not that much for what you're getting, and the location, and everything already built. So housing in South Africa is not as expensive as in Europe, definitely not. Which makes a lot of sense because they've got plenty of space here. This country is huge. Look how shallow that river is. They're busy standing in the middle of it, and it's only knee high.
Being done with my expert property advice, follow me for more recipes, we headed straight for Port Elizabeth downtown.
Yes, I've lost Daniel. Happens quite a lot, but there's a train. Let's see what Port Elizabeth city centre looks like. This is how South African taxis attract clients. Lots of hooting. There's a beautiful looking building up front there.
Downtown Port Elizabeth was absolutely mental, at least if you're not used to this buzzing, crazy lifestyle.
Is it raining? What is happening here?
Taxi drivers seem to have the run of the place, with them stopping traffic whenever they can to attract their passengers or goods to transport.
Everybody getting on and off the taxi.
As far as safety is concerned, not even here with 1,000 things going on around us, we felt threatened in any way.
That is beautiful. What is that? City Hall? Maybe. All of these unfortunately look abandoned. Established 1845, now it's abandoned. Sorry, man. Sorry that I don't drive like a maniac. I'm getting this feeling of sadness around here. All these old, beautiful buildings, all historic, colonial looking, and they're mostly abandoned.
With the sadness quickly residing, we made our way to a more sunny and fun part of the city.
This seems to be Port Elizabeth Strand. It's beach walk. It's Saturday, so lots of people, lots of happy people at the beach. And this is definitely a lot more uplifting than Port Elizabeth downtown. Magellan Daniel over there has decided to make a brand new route which doesn't follow what either Waze or Google Maps says, but it takes us to where are we going tonight? Plattenberg. It takes us to wherever it is we're going tonight, on a route that is just coastal. So I can't wait to see it. It's going to be wonderful. Spending the entire day riding next to the ocean and smelling all of that beauty. It's like being in an oyster tank. It's going to be lovely. I'm happy now. I'm a very happy chappy now. Alge.
About 20 minutes of riding later, we got off the main road to visit a tourist attraction.
Okay, we are inside a nature reserve right now. Listen, we haven't traveled a lot today, eh? We still theoretically have 250 k's to do. We've done probably, I don't know, 60. But we're on the coast and we've stopped 7 trillion times to see amazing things. The coast has got so much to offer. Attractions that you don't even know about. I mean, we found this place because there was a sign on the side of the road. I have no idea what natural reservation it is, what it's got. Apparently some birds, penguins. There's a lighthouse, the guy told us. But I love the smell. We're right next to the ocean. It just smells amazing. A lighthouse on the left, patio on the right. What's a patty? Oh, there's the lighthouse. Fishing, lots of fishing going on. Wow. Hi. Instead of a lighthouse, I'm a lot more interested to see what grows in this shallow water here. Because I saw some guys down there. There we go, busy foraging. Must be some sort of mussel family. Very tasty thing. What is that? Algae. Coral. I don't know my stuff, my sea plants. They're pretty. They're very colorful. Hello, Mr. Mussels. Where are you? I see nothing. Then again, I'm not a mussel fisherman. There's something. It's a little snail, a little... What is it? It's a crab. It's a hermit crab. Yeah, I don't want to eat that. What are you doing, Mr. Crab? How's your day been? What do you taste like?
With my fishing failures out there for the world to see, we carried on.
There are no words to describe what I'm seeing right now, so I'm just gonna shut up. Alright, I've shut up for long enough. I want to go and jump in the ocean, so let's get going. I'm not kidding when I tell you that we've done maximum 60, 70 k's today, maybe not even 70, because we just keep stopping. Every, I don't know, 5 minutes we're stopping. There's what seems to be a public beach there, or could be a wild one. I don't see any lifeguards. There is a ton of people having fun down there, and it stretches as far as the eye can see in front. It's just... If you want to ride in South Africa, he's coming back now. Why is he coming back? Bago, Daniel, bago. Yeah, as I was saying, if you want to come riding in South Africa, this part of the coast can take you up to a month to see everything that is amazing on it. So Don't have to do the whole country. You can just stick to this coast. I know there is a lifeguard. It is a public beach. There are flags, there are everything. Everybody's just happy. See, this is exactly what I'm saying. This time it hasn't even been 5 minutes. Look how beautiful this dune is. It's about almost 3 o'clock now in the afternoon, well, obviously. And I was so close to making it to Jeffry's Bay after seeing all of that beauty on the coast. Jeffry's Bay is a coastal holiday town. It's a beautiful place. And actually having something cool to drink there and something to eat. But no, Daniel Magellan saw a sign that said Van Staden's Pass, which takes us back, but I think this is it. I think we're doing it right now. Or as us Europeans would say, Van Staden's Pass. They are both correct. Okay, apparently this was it, so we're turning around. Da, e foarte frumos, a meritat tot. Mie mi-a plăcut foarte mult pasul ăsta.
Faci catering?
Nu, Doamne ferește. Nu vezi cât de frumos a fost? 5 curbe.
Păi da, dar el nu începe de acolo.
Pe ăsta mergem direct la Jeffry's Bay, da?
Da. Da, Kaylin.
Welcome to Jeffry's Bay. We just got here. It is a very chilled out place. We're gonna try and find out what it's all about. Try find a restaurant and see if we're gonna stay here, because it's 3:10. Theoretically we've got another 160 k's to go, but why hurry? What's the hurry? This seems like a very chilled out place. Seems like everyone here is just relaxing all the time. The beach is on the left. All of this seems to be residential. Where are all the restaurants, Jeffry's Bay? People are thirsty and hungry.
We ended up having a very quick lunch, my favorite, seafood, and then quickly jumped on our bikes, headed for Plattenberg Bay.
Daniel's always being friendly with the locals, which is the right thing to do, because no matter where we've been, they've been nothing but friendly. Salut! Salut! There it is! We found it! Paradise Beach! It's here in Jeffry's Bay, South Africa. Paradise Beach, been looking for it forever. Alright, we've just had lunch in Jeffry's Bay, and we figured out that we're still gonna try and make it to Plattenberg Bay. It's 5 o'clock. It's gonna take us probably about another hour and a half if we don't stop, but obviously we're gonna stop, so theoretically we'll make it there by 8 o'clock tonight. You know what still hasn't changed since we spoke last? The smell, that beautiful, beautiful ocean smell. It is indescribable. This is obviously not the main what? Is there a floating town here? It's obviously not floating, but these are really, they look like very expensive houses. This is obviously not the main road to Port St. Francis. No, this is Daniel's route to Port St. Francis. And I have learned that I'm a lot better off just following him, because he really does find some amazing places like this. I mean, come on, who wouldn't want to live here? E foarte, adică nu se trăiește în țara asta, da? Nu se trăiește în țara asta. Da, era dita mai gardul ăla acolo. Mamă, cum se mișcă podul.
Uite, ăștia am putea să fim noi aici, pe terenul ăsta, da?
Dar nu suntem gay. Alright, I've changed my mind. This is where I want to live. Get a boat, learn to fish, fail at it, and then just go to the supermarket and buy the fish. Look at that, imagine that. You have a house right over there. Got restaurants here. There, you got restaurants. Your house. The ocean. The beach. Just imagine, close your eyes and imagine for a moment. Damn it, South Africa literally has everything. Okay, just ahead over there. Turn the music down. Just ahead, there's a road that is in the ocean. Oh, this is crazy. Look at it, the water is coming up on the sides. What happens at high tide? I am literally riding over the ocean. Or it's an estuary of some sort. I don't know. Smells like the ocean. This is amazing. Who was expecting this? Nobody. Is it a lake? What is it? I don't even know. There's so much water here. It's wonderful. Welcome to Paradise Beach. There we go. This is where Paradise Beach is, people. You know what? Let's turn back.
De tare este locul ăsta.
E nașpa rău. Mai încolo-s mai ca lumea. Opa, stai. Racing on a road in the ocean.
A few minutes later, Daniel reverted to his old navigational routes.
So a few minutes ago we were in a very nice ocean town. 5 minutes later we have managed to find a dirt road with cattle farms left and right, elands, springboks, deers, not deers but you know, South African type of deers. And it's a dirt road that you can do almost 100 on or more. Now if South Africa isn't a varied country, an extremely varied country, I don't know what is. Oh, it's St. Francis Bay, not Port St. Francis. Welcome to the most southeastern point in Africa, Cape St. Francis. It was founded in 1886 by Mr. Cape, or no, by Mr. Francis. And I'm kidding, I have no idea, I just found it along the route. It is amazing. I'll do some research and put it in voiceover.
Cape St. Francis is the southeasternmost tip of Africa. It is basically just a village, but it is also known as one of the best surfing locations on the planet. And because of its geological location, it's susceptible to swells year-round. It is also home to the Seal Point Lighthouse, although we saw no seals while there. It is basically a water sport paradise, and apart from surfing, kite surfing, surf ski and canoe paddling are popular activities. What I can tell you is that it's absolutely amazingly beautiful. The last 2 hours of the day's ride were done while the sun was setting. It was an absolutely beautiful and relaxing 170 kilometers through the ever-changing landscape of South Africa. We didn't get to see the coast anymore after Port St. Francis, and when arriving in Plattenberg Bay, we basically just found some accommodation on booking.com, got something to eat at the wharf, and immediately fell asleep since we were very tired. It was an awesome day, probably the best so far. Motorrad Rentals is South Africa's biggest motorcycle rental company. They have a large variety of motorcycles and support vehicles, are very flexible, they will also help you plan your trips according to what you're looking for, and have been nothing but great since we got here. If you're looking to tour South Africa on a bike, give them a look, link in the description below. Addo Systems has kindly provided the Bluetooth intercoms for this entire trip. Their motorcycle lineup is suited for any rider, from their top-of-the-range Pack Talk series to their mid-range Freecom series, and now their budget-friendly Spirit series. I've done a comparison video in the past and will link that in the description below. Use code LWH on addosystems.com for a 15% discount on most of their products. And again, as always, if you have enjoyed this video, then the best way to actually help the channel out and see more of them is to interact with the video. Give it a big like. Comment down below, put your thoughts down there. I will read all of them, I will answer them, and of course the most important, subscribe. Cheers, and I'll see you on the next one.